But we also see our business more as a ministry and really not a family business, but more we see it as a ministry to bring on and let people know about the good things of Jesus Christ.
Can you just share with us a little bit, what was it like starting a business out of your garage and then growing it into more than 900 stores across the nation? I mean, how would you describe that kind of success?
Well, it's over a long period of time. This year is our 50th year. So we started in 1972 borrowing $600 from the bank. And our kids, we made frames in our garage is how we started our first business. And from that profits from those frames that we sold, we opened up our first store, which was 600 square feet. But my two boys glued frames together, and we paid them 7 cents a piece to put these frames together. My wife worked the first 5 years with no pay. So that's kind of how we got started with very, very little.
Wow. Wow. And now you have been in business 50 years.
50 years.
Celebrating 50 years of success. And from $600 borrowed to now the size of Hobby Lobby is truly amazing.
Well, God has been really good to us. We got great people. Our family's been involved, and so it's been a real fun venture. We have 980 stores now, and Oklahoma City is our only warehouse. We have a warehouse there that's 11 million square feet, and we're adding another 2 million square feet. So everything that's shipped in the United States and 48 states is shipped from that one warehouse.
Now, I've heard that business students come and they see your stores and they start to analyze all the things that are going on, and it's not always lining up with what they were taught in school, and they think this shouldn't be working as well as it is working. How do you respond to that?
Yeah, a lot of things that we do are just not the same as the world would do, and I would hope and think that what we're really trying to do is find biblical principles in how we operate our company, and it has served us very well. So God has been good. We're a company that actually has no debt, and so and we own all the stores. They're not franchise stores, so God has been good, and we have had a lot of fun, but there's been a lot of tough times, like anything, I guess, during the process, but in the meantime, God has blessed us.
Yeah. Well, you know, I don't think I would hear the same answers coming from other huge companies. You keep giving thanks to God and attributing this to blessings, which is so refreshing for us to hear. And I believe that has something to do with why you're so successful.
We know it does. We know it's because we've tried to follow the scriptures and try to do things the way that would be pleasing to Him. But we also see our business more as a ministry and really not a family business, but more we see it as a ministry to bring on and let people know about the good things of Jesus Christ.
And you have such a family focus. You know that the moment you walk into Hobby Lobby, and if anyone knows your family, family is way up there on the priority list. When you're growing a company that's growing so fast and so large, how do you keep your focus on family so healthy?
I think that once you just have to know, I think as Christians, we should know that our family is more important than our business. In fact, when I get our leaders together, I let them know, I said, the easiest thing for us to do is be successful at our business. But the most important things is our marriage and our family. And those are the things that you really need to give a lot of time and attention to. I don't worry about the Hobby Lobby time, because if they care about their family and they care about their children, and they're going to take care of the business. So I just think that we all should take more care of our family than we do sometimes our career.
What role does faith play in not just your personal life, but in the Hobby Lobby stores?
I think it plays everything. I don't think we could do it without faith, nor would we want to do it without faith, because we see things in light of eternity. And in this world, everything is so temporary. So our whole thought process is, does this matter 1,000 years from now? So faith is really ingrained in us. On our wall when I was a kid, there was a saying that said, we have but one life, soon it shall pass, only what's done for Christ will last. And I think the 6 kids that I grew up with, we bought into that because we should, and it is God's Word. And so I think that's part of why faith is so important to us in our business.
I know that one of the principles you have really bought into and you're a strong proponent of is servant leadership. And we've heard that here and there. People talk about Jesus was a servant leader, but what do you mean when you say servant leadership?
I think a servant leadership really means for us that we really care about other people's families and what can we do to do the very, very best we can so that we're helping the family. And we have a lot of classes at our warehouse in terms of marriage and raising children, things of that nature. So we want to come alongside our employees and do the very best we can to help and support their families. Of course, closed on Sundays is one of those things, and closed at 8 o'clock. And we're only open 66 hours a week, and I don't think there's any company of any size that only opens 66 hours a week. And that all has to do with really caring about our families.
That is so good. And that makes people want to be a part of that culture and work for a company like that values their family as much as they do. Boy, that just makes sense.
It does make sense. I like to say that we do it because it's the right thing first, but secondly, it's good for business.
You've also talked so much about practicing generosity, up to the point where you're giving away 50% of the profits of the company. How have you been able to be so generous, giving so much away and still keep the lights on?
By being so generous. Is that too short of an answer?
By being generous is how you're able
yes,
to be.
I believe that God has blessed us because we know it's not ours, and we want to do as much as we can in ministry as we possibly can, and I think God has rewarded that. I don't think we do good to be selfish for ourselves, but we do good and want to be bigger and make more profit to do more in terms of ministry that we're involved in.
And so much of that generosity has flowed into one of my favorite places to spend time, and that's at the Museum of the Bible. I was just there recently for the movie premiere of a beautiful true story about the value of life and the beauty of adoption. And I got to actually hang out there for a couple of days, and it is just fascinating to look at the history of the Bible and the impact of the Bible and how many things in our culture today are here because of the Bible. And Hobby Lobby has had a huge influence and the reason why that place even exists. Why is the Museum of the Bible important to you?
Because the Bible is important to us. The Bible is so important to our lives, to our marriage, to our business, and every part of our lives. We just felt like that God's Word needed to be put sort of on a pedestal, and we needed a world-class museum. And we just thank everybody that's come alongside us and helped us to build that museum, and we're very proud of the end result. My son led that charge, Steve, and we're excited about being in Washington, D.C.
Hey, thanks for watching my interview with David Green. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss another episode. And if this video made an impact on your life, share it with others so they can enjoy it. And drop us a comment so our community can celebrate together.